What's going on, everybody? It's Royja coming at you with a brand new video, and I might be like 30 minutes late on this one compared to usual. I'm sorry, I literally just sat down after getting home from work. I literally closed for the next like 2 weeks. But as I was riding my bike home, I noticed that we actually got the Fire King structure deck's first wave revealed. And this has me really excited, not just because I think Fire King is pretty cool, but because it means the Atlantean structure deck is right around the corner, and that's going to be really exciting as a Mermail player. But we have, I think, 4 cards here today. We got what looks to be an extra deck monster, I think 2 main deck monsters, and a spell. I don't know, though. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Let's not waste any more time. Starting us off with Fire King Deity Garunic's Eternity. Okay then, it is a Fire Pyro Xyz rank 8 with 3k attack and 2000 defense. It requires 2 or more level 8 monsters, and you can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. If it's Xyz summon, you can destroy all other monsters on the field. You can attach 1 material from it to target 1 spell or trap on the field, destroy it, and if you do, this card gains 500 attack permanently, keep in mind. And if this card with material is destroyed, you can special summon Fire King monsters from your graveyard up to the number of materials this card had. Okay, this seems a bit bloated overall, not to mention a little bit kind of out of pocket. I don't know. I don't really think they needed an Xyz monster of all things, but I'm not complaining. This is a really good monster. I mean, on summon, nuke everything, which actually triggers your floating effect for later turns. Unfortunately, Fire Kings usually don't have like immediate floating. They're one of those older floating decks. Ugh, man, poor Nephthys. But I like that the new support is slowly supplementing that because it says on destruction rather than during the end phase or during the next standby or something like that. I also like that not only does it destroy monsters, it also has an ability to pop back row and get really large. And then, like I said, it literally floats into more Fire Kings from your grave, including the things that you use as material, just for it being destroyed, which is good because of things like Balrog being able to search for him destroying. Next up, we have Sacred Fire King Garunic's, another Garunic's retrain. Why do we need so many Garunic's retrains? It's a level 8 Fire Winged Beast with 2700 attack and 1700 defense. You can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. If your monster's original attribute is fire, is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon this card from your graveyard if it was there when the monster was destroyed, or hand even if not. So basically you can special it from hand or graveyard. And if this card is normal or special summon, you can destroy 1 Fire Beast, Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast monster in your hand, deck, or face-up field, except Sacred Fire King Garunic's. And if you do, this card gains attack equal to half the attack the monster destroyed had until the end of this turn. Wow, okay. So this is a really good special summon condition because not only does it get out of hand for an extender, but also from graveyard as a recovery tool, especially in follow-up turns. And then the second effect, popping from hand, field, or deck. Kinda crazy. Not to mention, I love that it says Fire Beast, Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast instead of like a Fire King or something like that, because it means that they actually care about the Tri-Brigade variants. Pop something like a Kit from your deck, and yeah, he doesn't go up very much, but it does trigger Kit to send Nerval, add Fractal, or Karis, whatever you want to do. I think that is awesome. Honestly, think this card is really good. The other main deck monster is Fire King High Avatar Kirin, so this looks like a retrain of Kirin, or kind of a retrain, kind of an older retrain, because I think Fire King High Avatar Garunic's was like from the original structured deck. I don't know. But it's a level 8 Fire Beast with 2400 attack and 200 defense. Oh my god, 200 defense. You know what that means. And you can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. During the main phase, if this card's in your hand, quick effect, you can destroy 1 other fire monster in your hand or face-up field, and if you do special summon this card, so it's kind of like a Sharvara effect from Unchained. And if this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Fire King monster from your hand or graveyard, except Kirin. Then you can non-target destroy 1 card on the field. Another really good monster with a super easy summoning condition, popping any fire from your hand or face-up field to get it on board, really nice. And then if it's destroyed as well, you can special a different Fire King from your hand or graveyard, more extension or recursion. I like that it gives you the option. And then a non-targeting pop can either continue your plays or break apart your opponent's board, which is huge. Yet another super good main deck monster here. Alright, for the final card in this wave, because structure decks typically have like 2 waves and then a random card or 2 left behind, this is Sanctuary of the Fire Kings, and that is a really pretty artwork. It is a continuous spell that says you can only activate 1 of it per turn. When it resolves, you can place 1 Fire King Island from your deck face up in your field zone. Once per turn, if a card in your field zone would be destroyed by card effect, you can destroy 1 fire monster in your hand or face up field instead. And once per turn, if your opponent special summons a monster, you can immediately Xyz a Fire Xyz using only Fire King monsters you control as material. Okay, honestly, very interesting. I don't want to say it's like broken. I don't want to say it's bad though. I think it's pretty good because It places the Fire King Island from your deck in your field zone, of course, and Fire King Island lets you during your main phase destroy a monster in your hand or you control to add a Fire King monster from your deck to your hand. There's a lot of Rotas in this deck, believe it or not. And then also, if you control no monsters, you can special the Firewing Beast from your hand instead. So it's basically 2 cards for the price of 1. It's essentially terraforming without needing to play terraforming. I like that, but if you do play terraforming, that means you have technically 7 ways to get to your Fire King Island, though I don't think you'll max out on Fire King Island personally. And then this protecting your stuff and triggering your floating effects is also really cool. But what I really like is this third effect, because you have a lot of ways to get free level 8 bodies out on board now, because these two just summon themselves out for literally free. And then you get to make the new Xyz monster, which, remember, is a monster nuke for everything on Xyz summon. While this is definitely the quote-unquote weakest card out of this wave, I still think it is really cool, and it's going to be really scary for your opponent trying to play around you getting this Xyz monster out. But alright, it looks like that's going to do it for the first wave of the Fire King support out of this structure deck. The structure deck R Onslaught of the Fire Kings. Honestly, I am really pleasantly surprised. Like, all of these cards are super good. Again, the Xyz monster, just a massive body that also field nukes everything, triggering your floating and getting rid of all the threats on your opponent's board while keeping himself. Also being a back row pop and special summoning Fire Kings just by being destroyed. Super good. I love that all these boss monsters now, especially with like Snake Eyes and stuff, are getting floating effects to get into the little ones to special into them again. And then both of these monsters just beautiful. Really easy summoning conditions. This card is huge for any variant of the deck, especially Tri-Brigade. Just popping a kit in your deck and going off with Tri-Brigade combos. So cool. And then the Kirin as well, also being really nice. Non-targeting destruction removal here, super good. And then this making the Xyz monster a threat on the opponent's turn without having to do like a, I don't know, weird rank up magic thing. And getting you access to your really nice consistency field spell. Really like that there as well. Honestly, if the rest of the structure deck support here can end up being this good, I think that Fire King can easily have a chance as a contending deck. But I don't know, that's just my opinion. Let me know yours down in the comments below, because that's going to do it for the video. If you liked it, please sure to leave a like, as I'll put this video and the channel into YouTube recommended. And if you like this content and we want to see more like it, like the rest of my review series, then perhaps consider subscribing, because we're going to 5,000 subscribers by the end of 2023. Not to mention, it supports the channel more than anything else, and it's absolutely free. Also, if you want to support me directly while getting some awesome TCG merchandise in the process, check out Tapio cards in the link down below. Use code Aurora5 for 5% off at checkout, and to support me directly. But once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. This is Aurora, signing off.